The following is a presentation of Muddy River Sports.
All right, we're going to cause a little racket today on Schuck on a Truck because we're talking tennis, state tennis, in fact. I'm Muddy River Sports editor Matt Schuckman, and I'm hanging out with Marko Cucuk. Did I say? I know I said it wrong, didn't I?
Cucuk.
Cucuk.
All good.
We talked about this before we went on, and I knew I was going to do it.
All good. All good.
My apologies,
no,
my man.
You're fine. It's nothing new for me. A lot of people mess it up. Even the first
Cucuk.
name. Cucuk.
See, why didn't I get that right the first time?
Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows? That's all right, though.
All good.
You know I love you.
Yep.
So, headed off to Quincy Notre Dame senior, just graduated,
Yep.
headed to Quincy University to play tennis. But first and foremost, you're headed to the state tennis tournament this weekend.
Yep.
How big a deal is that for you?
It's big. I mean, for the fact that I haven't missed the state tournament in my 3 years, if you don't count my freshman year because of COVID. But,
right.
It's a big deal. I'm just looking to really just go out there and have fun. You know, I mean, I want to win, of course, as many matches as I can. But now that there's not too much pressure because I'm a senior, I already have the college all picked out. So I'm just trying to go out there, win as much as I can, and have some fun while I'm
The
at
goal was to get back there, though.
Of course, yeah.
When the season began, you and I talked about some of those things. We planned on doing this if all went well, and all went well.
All went well.
What did you like about the way you played in the sectional last weekend?
Sectional was good. It was the competition was better, of course. All the Springfield area teams are really good, so I was liking how I was playing aggressive and I was taking control of a lot of the matches, so it was good. I was getting ready for that because I know in Chicago it'll be even 5 times better competition, you know, so it'll be fun. I was liking how I was playing and everything should be good.
But the competition you're going to face at state's no different than some of the competition you faced playing in major junior tournaments or hitting with some of the QU guys, getting prepared for this. And
yeah, and I mean, I know like almost everybody already in the Chicago tournament just because of all the tournaments that I played and all these guys at QU I'm gonna go play with one right now after this, so it'll be fun. It'll be good competition for sure.
I had the privilege of covering your older brother Luca when he played basketball. And I know he's a presence all the time. He's here as much as possible.
Oh yeah, he's my #1 fan.
for a guy that travels so much for work, and obviously he's in every cardiologist in the Midwest knows him because of his work with the medical field, medical sales. But the fact that he makes it an effort to get to every one of your matches, what's that mean to you?
It's a lot. It means really a lot to me when I'm playing, and if I'm having a tough time or something's not going right, then I look over and I see him like edging me on, cheering me on. It's really nice to see that because I mean, of course, it's my brother. He's been there with me since day one. So seeing him and he's gonna go up with me to the Chicago Interstate too. So it really does mean a lot because we do have a special bond. And when I went to watch him play basketball, I did the same thing, even though I was a lot younger.
Oh, I remember you.
So it is very nice.
Okay, obviously he was a basketball player. How did you get involved in tennis?
Tennis, well, I was very young. I think I picked up a racket when I was 5. Okay. So when I was 5, but before that, I started watching Novak Djokovic. You might probably know, he's from Serbia as well. And I watched him on the television, and I said, very first time I watched him, I told my parents, I told my brother, I said, I want to be like him. So then I kept on watching him. I grew in love with the sport, and ever since I haven't stopped playing.
Well, for those who don't know, Cucuk is not a Quincy name. Imagine that.
Yeah, right. Who would have guessed?
Who would have guessed that? But your roots are in Serbia, correct?
Yep.
Were you born in Serbia?
I'm actually the only one in my whole family that was born in. I was born in St. Louis.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. After you guys had made your way here.
Yep.
But those roots are deep. I know you go back there. Your family goes back there. How important are those roots to you?
It is very important. Even though I am born here, I really do consider myself a Serbian just because my blood, I was raised in that Serbian household, you know. My brother, my parents, all my aunts, uncles, cousins, I still talk to them almost as much as I can, and it's just you know, it's something that's very important to me, especially in tennis, because like I said, growing up I was watching him from Serbia and his mentality and everything like that, so yeah, very important.
With that in mind, though, I hear you on the court talk to yourself in Serbian.
Yeah,
No one knows what you're saying, so you can get by with anything, couldn't you?
Oh yeah. I could get penalized a lot. No, but it all started when I do think in like the Serbian language, but especially on the tennis court. But there was one tournament I remember in St. Louis. I think I got a point penalty for saying a few choice of words in English, and then ever since that I switched over, and nobody can say anything to me because they don't know what I'm saying.
Nobody knows. No.
Yep.
So obviously I've seen your brother talk to you when you're on the court. I know that one of the matches out here you hurt your ankle, and he was one of the first ones out there.
Yeah, of course.
He talks to you in Serbian, so nobody else knows what you're saying, right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he's most of the time it's good stuff, encouraging. Sometimes you can guess what he can say, but yeah.
I also know though that you have a great group of friends.
Oh yeah.
That your senior class at QND is incredibly tight.
Oh yeah.
Those guys have been out here when you're playing.
Of course.
You're in the stands when they're playing. Yep. What is that group like? What makes that group so special?
I don't think we really appreciate it as much as we should. It's crazy how close all of us are together and how supportive we are, especially with sports and all that stuff. So it's really important to me and for them also. When I look out and I see my friends watching me, it really gives me like a motivation, and hopefully vice versa when I watch them too.
And it's not just one or two of you.
It's right.
It's the whole group.
I know. Yep. It's really special. It's really nice.
It's been fun to see from my vantage point, and obviously I've known all you guys, some of you guys, since you were little. It's been fun for me to see that and see the camaraderie and stuff, because it reminds me of my friends growing up.
Yep. Exactly.
And those are relationships that'll stay
forever
once you go on to college and beyond.
And so many of us are even staying in town, so you're going to John Wood or QU. So
I've heard rumblings of road trips being planned to go see some of the other guys play sports at other schools.
Possibly, especially I know my brother lives in St. Louis. A lot of kids are going to St. Louis, Tanner, Brady, so many to count. So make a few trips with the friends, and that would be fun to watch them play also down there.
Does that mean you invade your brother's apartment?
I'd have to. I'd have to. Once it's right there.
Who knows? He might be on the road doing work, and you just have access.
Very high possibility he's on the road.
We won't. We'll just edit that part out so he doesn't hear that.
Right.
What is it about tennis though that made you fall in love with it?
Oof.
Other than wanting to be the next Djokovic.
Tennis, I like how much it's just me versus the other guy. Yeah. Nothing else. It's simple. If I'm better, I'll beat him. If I'm worse, I'll lose. That's it. I like that aspect of it, and I like how, of course, I'm more of a singles guy. That's why I'm going for singles. But
correct.
That's why I like.
Yeah, we didn't say that earlier. You're going to play in singles competition.
And that's because if I make a mistake, it's on me. It's not on anybody else, and I improve that way. And I just love that competition aspect of I have to beat him, and that's it.
I've seen you get a little emotional on the court, get a little mad at yourself if a shot doesn't go your way, a slight little maybe fist pump or something, but you're pretty even keeled throughout. Yeah. Is that something you had to learn, or is that something that comes natural?
Oh yeah, no. I was a very emotional kid. Yeah. I think I still am sometimes, which I need to work on. But it does. I don't know. I guess maybe it's my Serbian blood in me. I don't know. Maybe I get very emotional sometimes, but I think I have been trying to work on it a lot, just to calm down a little bit, take it easy. But yeah, it is definitely not something that's that I just had. It's definitely something I've worked towards.
Well, and you're going to take your tennis career basically across town.
Yeah.
Quincy University.
Yep.
What was it about QU that made you go, I want to play tennis there?
Well, good question. I think some of the main reasons were I already know Ethan, the coach. Yep. My whole life, I come out here and play tennis with them sometimes. Also, not even as a coach, just to hit. Right. I know almost every single person on the team already very closely. Zach, I've known him my whole life. I've been playing with him. Yep. And just the staying in town aspect, I never even really considered it until like the end. Before I'd made my decision, I said staying in town, maybe it is for me, Yeah. Staying in town for my the business tiramisu, and then maybe also, there's so many different aspects of, I think, was the right decision for me to stay in town. You
mentioned tiramisu.
Of course.
Your father, Elia, is the owner.
Yep.
You work there. You got to, as we record this, you have to go to work later.
I got it 5 o'clock.
Okay, so what will you be doing? What's Dad make you do there?
I'm the busser, so
You're the busser,
fill the water, take the plates, all that, all the dirty stuff.
Oh, yeah, well, you got to start somewhere,
I
right?
have to start somewhere. Can't just go straight to the surface.
And he wasn't going to take it easy on you.
No, of course not. Everybody knows that.
We know how good the food is, and everybody knows how good the food is.
Oh, yeah.
What's your favorite dish?
Oof, favorite dish. I'd have to go with the ribeye with pasta on the side.
Okay.
I love my steaks. I can eat any steak at any time, and my pasta is excellent over there too.
I'm a big fan of the rigatoni mozzarella.
Oh yeah. That's the #1 seller.
Is it really?
That and fettuccine alfredo.
Yeah. So my wife works right next door. My wife, and so every now and then she'll just message me, "Oh, we're going to tiramisu for lunch," and I know exactly. I can call in her order. Fettuccine Alfredo every single time.
There are a lot of people. It's just they never get anything else. They're just the one thing.
Yeah.
It's good.
What has working around your dad and being part of a family-owned and run business taught you?
It really, honestly, taught me so much more than anybody would expect. My dad is hands down, without a doubt, the hardest worker I've ever met in my life. I mean, he really devotes his whole life to it, and I mean, I really give him so much props to that. And it helps me not only for working in the business, but it helps me on the court. It helps me in life in general, just to have that mentality to take that to the court, take that to everyday life as well.
Well, you see the success of the restaurant, not just from his viewpoint, but working there as well. You see how many people come in.
Oh yeah,
and the smiles and the applause that the tiramisu gets. That has to help reiterate it in you. Oh, yeah. Hard work pays off.
Hard work does, and especially with him, that he came from Serbia as a little kid. He came to Culver Stockton. No one he would have never thought that this would happen. And I mean, just like how you said, it does show that hard work does truly pay off at the end.
Does Dad ever get out and hit with you?
He used to when he could, when I was 8 or so. But not anymore. I don't think he can keep up.
It wouldn't be fair, would it?
Like a handicap, I'd have to I had to give him.
What is your favorite moment of your high school tennis career?
Oof.
If you have one.
Not counting the state trips, I'd have to say there was this one match that I played in a Belleville tournament my sophomore year. It was a 2.5 hour long match. I ended up winning, and that kid ended up going to state and doing really good too. So it was because it was my first year technically because of the COVID year. Yeah. So, and it was just such a, everybody, we were talking as a team, the Belleville tournament, it'll be so big, and then I go out and I win. So it was a pretty important match too.
You've had a lot of high moments throughout the last 3 years. Unfortunately, it wasn't for
I know.
Darn COVID.
Yeah, right.
but there's been a lot of highlight moments for you. Maybe there's one left.
Hopefully, that's. I'm not gonna jinx anything or say my predictions, but hopefully something can happen better than previous state years. Hopefully, I can go farther. Top 16, top 8, you just that's I don't want to jinx anything, but
go play,
go do my best and have fun. Right?
I've seen some of your best. You're going to be able to compete. Yes. No doubt in my mind.
Thank you. Yep. Hopefully, it should be good. I think hitting with the QU guys, hitting with my teammates at QND every day. I think I'm at that level where I want to be. Strength wise, physically, mentally. Yeah. So it should be good.
And I know you're getting ready after we get done with this. You're going to hit with Zach Willing to help get you prepared before you take off for Chicago. So if things don't go well, we blame Zach.
No, I think that's the last person we can blame. No, I'm kidding. No,
No,
he's a good guy. Yeah.
He's a great one. You're going to fit in great with QU with that group. And that's the other aspect of this. And we see it when you guys play home matches, when you play in tournaments over the summer. The tennis family. It's a different kind of community, isn't it? It's
because I think the sport itself isn't too big, and so then everybody knows, especially in the itty-bitty Quincy, So everybody knows, like, I'll see someone walking, I've seen them play tennis before, It's just something like that. So it is very nice to have that, like, close connection with everybody that plays tennis.
And that means you'll have a rooting section, whether they're from afar or near,
Exactly.
you're going to have a huge rooting section this
Yep.
weekend.
Yep, so it'll be big. I have gotten so many, how do you say, good lucks and congratulations. So that does really mean a lot to me.
A lot of pats on the back.
Yep.
That's cool.
Very nice.
Well, you deserved it. You've earned it.
Thank you.
And I appreciate taking time to do this.
Of course, no
Especially
worries.
since you got to work today.
All good.
But so do I. There's a lot going on. There's
course.
a lot of postseason stuff going on.
We have to make time for things like this.
That's
This
right.
is good.
Well, I know we talked about it earlier. We were going to try to get this done before the year's through.
Yep.
So thank you very much for doing this.
Well, thank you for having me.
Have fun in Chicago.
Thank you. I will.
Kick some butt.
Well, that's the plan.
Awesome. For Marko
Cucuk.
Cucuk, we got it.
There you go.
I'm Muddy River Sports Editor Matt Schuckman. This has been another episode of Schuck on a Truck.
Muddy River Sports. Our home, our sports.